Hey guys, good afternoon. My name is Mel. Today I want to kind of tell you about how I used to live. I don't know if anyone's ever experienced this, but my anxiety would get so bad, my stress levels were so high that Saturday mornings I'd wake up and my heart would be racing. I felt like there was an elephant sitting on my chest. I would have this impending doom feeling, like just an overwhelming anxiety, and it was Saturday morning. I mean, honestly, I don't know if anyone out there suffers from anxiety or suffers from a lot of stress, but I kind of wanted to tell you a little bit about my story and how I got past that. I used to suffer from stress and anxiety a lot. So like I was saying, when it was at its worst, I would wake up on a Saturday morning and just feel like the world was crumbling, and legit simple activities like running errands would just cause so much dread. Like it would just make me feel so anxious. And I'm saying like simple things like getting gas, picking up something from the grocery store, meeting up with friends, having to make a phone call, like simple everyday things that you have to do just to, be an adult and get by. And it was getting so bad that I decided that I needed to, at that time, the only thing I thought would really help me was medication. So that's what I did. I went on anxiety medication, and honestly, when I first went on it, I'm like, this is great. I wake up in the morning, I felt normal. There wasn't that constant like heart racing feeling. And I thought that, okay, I don't like the idea of being on drugs, but this really makes my life easier. Like, we already have so much stuff to actually stress about. Like, there's actual stressors in the world, but if you start stressing about random everyday things that really shouldn't even come into play in your life, then obviously that's no way to live. But here's the thing. As time went on, I started to feel as though I wasn't really feeling that great. I would try to tell myself, yes, but it's better than it was. Like, I'm not waking up on a Saturday morning totally strung out and just hating my life. Like, honestly, when I had to go to work and I had somewhere to focus, I felt better. But something like a Saturday where it was just kind of, there was no schedule, there was no this, it would cause me a lot of anxiety. But I started to, be honest with myself, and like, okay, I'm feeling okay, but I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling excited. I'm not feeling amazing. And I was, questioning. I'm like, is this good enough? Is this all that life has to offer me, is to just feel okay? And not to say that I wasn't ever happy. Like, I did have sporadic moments of happiness, or at least what I thought was happy. I mean, there'd be things going on where my mind wasn't preoccupied with the anxiety and my heart racing, and I would have moments of where I thought it was happy. But was I at a place where I felt like that was enough for me? And honestly, I started thinking this can't be what life is about. Life cannot be about just kind of getting through the moments and being satisfied with the sporadic moments of happiness. Like, there's got to be more. And that's when I started doing my own research, and that is where I discovered when I started to do some learning for my behavior change specialist program. I went off and I did a lot of my own research, and I started to come across things about the subconscious mind, and realizing that 95% of our actions, our thoughts, and our emotions are not under our conscious control. So even if you're taking drugs and it is maybe chemically manipulating your body, your brain is really in control everything, and it's your subconscious brain too. So like if you're reading 100 different self-help books, that seems great in theory, but that's your conscious brain reading those. It's not doing much for your subconscious, which is really in control of everything. And your subconscious mind is programmed when you're young, like 7 or below, when you're really young, and then you just kind of relive this programming over and over again. And that really, so I mean, just to kind of go into it, I would say that my life, like I would describe it basically as hell on earth until I was almost 20. I had a really tough going for the first 20 years, and I really was in fight or flight. Like, you know, I look back at a lot of the events and a lot of the things that happened to me that, you know, for a while I wasn't even of an age where I had any ability to defend myself or, you know, take care of myself. And I really had to leave it up to other people, and you know, it just wasn't happening for me. And so I really was in a fight for my life. I was in fight or flight. So my body, my brain is really wired to fight or flight. And so now as an adult, my body still responds in that same manner to even the littlest of things. And your subconscious mind is already programmed. So you know, like I said, I did a lot of learning, and I developed a program that, you know, I worked on myself for years, and I just finally figured out how to rewire my subconscious mind so that I no longer would kind of fall back on this fight or flight. So when I decided to get off these drugs, when I started to really teach myself about how the brain is really in control, or the subconscious mind is really in control of how our bodies respond to things, I decided to get off my meds, and I was really scared. But when I finally did it, it was amazing because I learned these techniques, I turned them into a program, and I do them every single day, every morning, and I do things in the evening, and things to rewire my subconscious mind so that it's no longer playing these tapes, so I no longer feel like stress is like the centerpiece of my life. Like, I've learned how to be present in the moment. I've learned how to feel confident in my ability to take on any event that comes my way, that I don't need to stress about it, and I don't need to have that chemical cycle in my body going around without my acknowledgement. So I just wanted to say that I suffered from post-traumatic stress. I had been to a therapist. Like I said, I did the drugs. I've done everything, and it was not the quality of life that I wanted for myself. I knew there was something else. I knew that there was real happiness. I knew that there was a quality of life that I was not experiencing by taking this route. So when I discovered the way that I could rewire my subconscious mind, I actually taught myself to be happy, to not stress, and to really understand how I can practice daily techniques and routines that will allow me to honestly be happy, like to honestly feel that self-love, to honestly feel confident in my abilities, and that really made the difference. So that's why I'm here today, and that's why I'm really so passionate about the program that I put together, because when you are, when you're struggling with your weight, when you're struggling with stress, when all of these things are things that you're battling on a day-to-day, you have to realize that it's not your conscious mind. It's not something that you can just read a book or want to be better. You really do have to get down to the subconscious level to make the... Oh, I got a phone call. Sorry about that. But you really do have to be conscious of your subconscious and really bring these things into awareness. And I am really passionate about, because I've been there. I've lived that life where I felt like, okay, this is my life. I have to figure out how to just survive. And it's not about surviving. If you feel like you're just surviving every day and you're getting through the day and you're hoping for the best, that is not how I want people to be living, because you don't have to live that way. And I'm really passionate. I want to help you figure out, how do you live your best life? What is stopping you? There's more to life than paying bills and getting through the day and trucking your kids around. And if you feel like you don't have enough time, or you're too overwhelmed to live the life that you want to live, you're not pursuing your dreams, maybe you don't have any dreams, this is where I want to offer you guys to, send me a message. I just want to help people. And like I was saying, weight, depression, anxiety, all of these things are just symptoms of the subconscious mind. And so my program does help people lose weight, but it really focuses on the root cause, which is the brain, your habits, your subconscious mind, the things that we're not aware of because they are back here. We're so busy, thinking and doing, that we are not aware of the programming that is living out and actually acting in our own lives. So that is why I wanted to come in here and tell you guys that this is why I'm here. This is why I'm doing this. This is what my program's really about. And if you are struggling with stress, anxiety, and it's showing up in excess weight, or it's showing up in you not feeling like you're living your life to the fullest, that you can reach out to me. I have a really cool motivational checklist that can help you get started, and I can leave that below. It is it's supposed to be a motivational checklist for weight loss, but honestly, it helps you really focus in on what your visions are, what your intentions should be for the day. It goes into healthy eating and healthy activities, but really getting the juices flowing on what's going on mentally with you, okay? So if you're interested in that, I will leave that below. Otherwise, check out my program. I want everyone who's watching, who sees this, I hope that you are honestly living your life to the fullest, because that is the only reason why we're here. All right, guys. I will talk to you next Tuesday. Have a great day.